All right, we'll start out with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise, face the flag. Start the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty, Dr. Mundy, we're going to start out with number 3, Student of the Month. Looks like we have quite a few today.
We do have quite a few today. Who would like to go first? Mr. Davis? Mr. High School Davis, would you like to go first today, sir?
I can do that.
Great question, sir.
As high school principal, it is my pleasure to have with us this evening our member of the freshman class, student of the month, Vivian Olivas. And Vivian, on the nomination, it was stated that Vivian is consistently dedicated, has a positive attitude and strong work ethic. I'm sorry, I can't speak apparently tonight. She consistently demonstrates responsibility by meeting deadlines, actively participating, helping others when needed. Her enthusiasm for learning is evident in her willingness to ask questions and contribute to the classroom environment in a thoughtful and respectful way. She exhibits leadership qualities by seeking a positive example for her peers, showing kindness and integrity. Vivian is 15 years old. She, as I said, a member of the freshman class. She's here with her dad, Leandros, and her mom, Hassan. Her siblings are her older brother, Brian, and her younger sister, Lillian. School activities, she is in the band. She is part of the winter cheerleading squad. She is a fantastic library helper and helps out with yearbook as well. Favorite colors, some of her other favorites here, her colors. She loves pastel colors, especially pink, but also purple, green, and blue. Her favorite food is Korean food, which I really probably can't pronounce it very well, but itiyoboki? Is that close or not close?
It was pretty good.
Okay, thanks. Kimbap and soft tofu stew. Her favorite snack is dark chocolate. In terms of movies, she loves the movie It's a Wonderful Life. She loves all Disney movies, except for some. She loves the movie The Notebook, the fan of the opera, Sound of Music, and so on. She doesn't really watch too much TV. She loves to read. Some of her favorite books are Anne of Green Gables, Wizard's Bakery, Charlotte's Web, The Green House at the End of the Earth, The Old Man and the Sea. Some of her favorite music or songs are Double Take, Through the Night, and Slow Dancing. She loves movie soundtracks. She's got the typical freshman class schedule, and she's really enjoying Miss Arrowwood's English class. Some of her favorite hobbies are, she's an avid reader. She also loves to knit and crochet, and she can also play the ukulele and clarinet. Things that always make her smile: a filling meal, her family, and a book or movie that interests her. The farthest she has traveled from Sheridan might be to Sheridan, and we'll get to that in a minute because she has lived in Korea. She also has been to both Greece and Mexico when she was very little. Favorite vacation, doesn't have one yet, but still waiting on that. Her best friends, of course, many of her Korean friends and some of the friends that she's made in band, of course, her mom and her younger sibling. One of the things that people may not know about Vivian is that Vivian's new to us. She is from Korea and has been here for about 3 months. Yeah. Some of her gifts and talents, she says, I'm doing pretty well for coming to the U.S. 3 months ago. She's doing fantastic. She does not have a job, nor does she need one. You've got the rest of your life for that. After high school, her career goals right now are she thinks she'd like to be something like a diplomat. She doesn't really know in terms of college or anything like that, but she knows she wants to get at least a bachelor's degree. Share a memorable moment from her schooling. She remembers the beginning of 2024 with her Korean classmates, and she had the best teacher she's ever had, and she got elected as class president, and then you ended up here. But you were still class president, and you're doing awesome here. If money was not a consideration, one thing that she would change about school, life, or society, she said, reflecting back, she would change a little bit about her attitude about the life she had in Korea. Instead of trying so hard to fit in, she would just try to enjoy the moment while it lasts. Well, as you can see, Vivian is an outstanding young lady, and we're super proud of her to be our Student of the Month for Sheridan High School this month.
We got a little certificate here for you as well. Congratulations. Get this for you. Your mom and dad want to come take a picture as well?
Come, I'll take a picture and send it. I'll email it to Vivian. This is where,
Yeah, we
depends
can-
if you want to.
You got to get right in the picture.
Go ahead and step. Here, you can be right here. You're okay. You're okay. Count of three. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna pick a couple. All right, and I'll send those to you eventually. So you can have those, okay?
Other Mr. Davis, would you like to go not here tonight? So, elementary. Got a guest speaker and a helper.
I'm going to stand on this side with him. All right, so I would like to introduce you all to Zeke DuBois first. Zeke is in 2nd grade, and he is in Miss Dickerson's class. So first, I'm going to let Miss Dickerson talk a little bit about why she nominated Zeke.
Zeke is the type of kid you want to be friends with. He's always doing the right thing. He's extremely kind to others. He's thoughtful, and he's not afraid to ask questions, and he's always polite when doing so. Zeke has a great sense of humor and works hard every day. He is 100% himself and accepts others for who they are too and encourages others to be themselves. I love seeing Zeke's sweet smile every day when he walks in the building, and I think my favorite thing about you might be your impressive monster truck collection. Do you know off the top of your head how many you have right now? That's a lot.
So when we talked to Zeke about some things that he liked about school, he said his favorite part about school was recess and playing with his friends. If he could change anything about school, he said he would change lunch because he would make sure that they had dessert with lunch every single day. He said that his favorite hobby was playing video games. When he grows up, he wants to be a paleontologist. He feels proud when his mom is happy for him. And if he could give the school anything he wanted, he would give us all a longer recess time. Something that he does better than most people is be student of the month. If he had a perfect day, it would be to go to the store and get as many monster trucks as he wanted because he wants to add to that collection of 94. And his favorite people are his family because he thinks they are nice. So I am happy to introduce all of you to our 2nd grade student of the month, Zeke DuBois. Mom and Dad, sister, do you want to come on up for a picture? Okay, and we actually have 2 students of the month because we were not able to get to Miss Izzy last month. So I'd also like to introduce you to Miss Izzy Morgan, and she is in 3rd grade, and she is in Miss Cobb's class. Miss Cobbs nominated Izzy for Student of the Month because she said that Izzy is sweet, caring, and hardworking, that she's always on it and always goes above and beyond. She can count on Izzy for anything and everything. She said that Izzy is simply the best, and we all know that. So when we talked to Izzy about some of the things that she likes about school, her favorite thing about school was the learning. And if she could change anything, she wanted to make sure that every class had a snack time. Her favorite hobbies and sports were soccer, volleyball, reading, and math, so she is a well-rounded student. When she grows up, she either wants to be a vet or a doctor, right? Okay. What makes her feel proud is that she is a very good reader. She is thankful for her family and friends. If she could give anything she wanted to the school, she said it would be a Rubik's Cube that she's not very good at solving. Something that she does better than most people is read. Her idea of the perfect day is clipping all the way up to her teacher's lanyard with her clip chart. Her favorite people are her mom, her dad, her little brother, and Ellie, because her mom and her dad made her alive, and Ellie because she's been friends with her since she was a baby. So I am proud to introduce you to Miss Izzy Morgan, our 3rd grade student of the month.
Izzy,
ready? All right. Good job.
So I have to say, because I know her dad, Mike.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
yes.
Mike's also the Marion Township trustee, so we know Mike and Elaine works for the school, right? So, but he was sending me a picture, and Izzy had won this tournament this weekend, and first year in your youth group, right, for wrestling? So, yeah, I think so. So, yeah, we'll move her up to high school here soon, get her going. So, but congratulations on that. So, all right. Well, with no showcase tonight, correct?
Right.
So we're gonna take a quick recess. Let everyone get out if you don't want to stay. More than welcome if you want to, but we'll take 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Here we go.
All right, guys. You're all done. Here's your yard sign you get to take home with you.
My wife had Polar Express story time at the library. So she was telling me all the kids that made it there. She was unpacking 600 bells for the kids. She was so angry today. Don't get far without that.
That's awesome.
Okay. I think we're good. All right. So, I'll throw us back into session. So, I first want to notate, I know Dave, you have some personal items going on right now too. So if Dr. Mundy does have to leave suddenly, there are some personal items that he may have to attend to. So,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
yes.
If I'm checking my phone, please notice that I'm not paying attention. If I gotta go, I'll let you know.
Absolutely. So, all right. Item 4, gender revisions. Do we have any gender revisions?
No, sir.
I have
None
none as well. Okay, we'll move on to item 5, public comment. Do we have any public comment tonight?
Brian? Yes, sir.
All right, we have public comment. So, some coordinates real quick. So just if you don't mind, state your name,
Brian Milliken,
your address,
102 North Hudson Street.
and what item would you like to speak about tonight?
It's about the football program.
Okay, all right. Mr. Milligan, you have 2 minutes. Your time starts. now.
Basically, I'm kind of disappointed in how everything was handled. With the administration handling it, they should have handled it in-house. It should have been behind the scenes. Everybody would have went their ways and everybody'd been happy. But I think the biggest thing is, I think the board should have stepped in too and should have made sure it happened behind the scenes. And the comments that are out here, I know there's a lot of comments flying. There's not too much of it's true, okay? I know exactly what happened, what went on, what's happened after the fact, what the lawyers have discussed. I've been involved in a lot of it, okay? And I'm really disappointed how this administration has handled this. And I'm really shocked that the board hasn't got more involved in it. So let's drop the comments from here on out. Unless it's true, you can talk about it. But don't be out here, people making stuff up and saying, and it's just like, okay, I've heard that this has come from the administration too, that all the assistant coaches have been fired. That's news to me. That is news to me. And that came supposedly from administration. Okay? So get the story straight, do it right, and forget about it. You guys have done your job, you've done what's there. You guys have burned the bridges. Let's move on with it, okay? I'm done with it. I don't want to hear about it anymore from all these parents that's not, it's social media. That's another problem. We got social media. Everybody's running their mouth on social media. It's not true. I don't get on it, but I hear about it. Okay? And I really am biting my lip. I'm keeping a lot of it to myself because I know what's true and what's not. And I really think you need to check into your AD and making sure she's at the job. I've seen it, but I've made some comments to some people, but nobody's pursued it. When you're only there half a day and she's getting paid
Milligan?
for full, that's a problem.
Thank you for coming out today, sir. Are there any other public comment tonight?
No, sir.
All right. See no more public comment. We will move on to the consent agenda. Item 6.
There's a lot on the consent agenda tonight, too. If you will, please, you notice there's a lot of movement. There's also a lot of grants being paid out this evening, as well as we had over 20-some donations to various programs. So with that many, I just want to make sure I recognize all the donations, but I will not read through them all. But we are greatly appreciative of every one of them.
What was our total number of donations? It was a
Total
good
amount
number.
came out to over $7,000 for this month. All for, mainly for our winter program. Some also went to some of the
7182.
athletics in general, but mostly for the different programs, sir.
Okay, good deal. All right. So we have the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Is there any other discussion between the board? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Item 7, old business. I see no old business.
No, sir, not
Okay.
tonight.
Good deal. All right. Item 8, new business. We have the board calendar, 2025 board calendar.
Yes, so as I talked about for the board meetings for the next, this is getting us more on a school cycle. I did bring the 18-month calendar, so at least we can all get them earmarked. I tried, I had 1 or 2 comments. I think we moved a couple of them around, so we're pretty consistent to that same time frame. But I think, Mr. President, you had a couple comments. We wanted to look at those, and I think we got that accomplished. I would throw this out. Because we're doing 18 months, if somebody sees something we missed, because it's unusual, we normally do 12, we're going to 18, please let us know, and we can bring it back to the board for adjustments to those dates. Mrs. Zachary, you also talked about, too, the only thing we did not put on here just because of time, about earmarking some potential dates for exec meetings and stuff. If the board still would like to do that, I could bring that in January. I just would need to know my directive on what to do for that. And we don't have to solve that tonight, ma'am. I just wanted to know we didn't forget.
No, thank you for acknowledging that. I was just hoping that we could set ahead of time so that
Right.
it would be all on all of our schedules,
Would,
especially with the upcoming construction.
would the board like me to put a potential calendar together and send that out to everybody to kind of get it and then work around, holidays and everything else? I can gladly do that and then bring it in January if you'd like.
I think that'd be fine. And then, of course, we move to July to move it to the school year. Of course, once we have a new board elected in
Yeah.
27, we can reevaluate those dates as well when we
Perfect.
move on to the new school calendar.
I'll do that. I'll make sure that's ready for the January board meeting.
Okay. So we will table that item then.
No, sir, we're
You
still
wanna
asking to
approve this
pass the board calendar. I didn't add in here, sir, the executive sessions and stuff. Yes, these are the regular board meetings only. My point being, Mrs. Zachary had asked me about getting that on people's calendars. I did not bring that I didn't want to muddy the waters, actually. I didn't want to have executive and. So yes, sir, this is our normal board meeting dates.
Okay, got it. So, all right, with that, do I have a motion to approve item 8.1?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any further discussion among the board?
I double checked them when I put them in Outlook today.
Oh, good. That's fantastic. God, you-
Good job, John.
Thank you.
Well done.
Seeing no other comment, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.2, CSO.
So Jeff and Nick are here tonight from CSO, and if the board would have any questions. What we're requesting tonight, this is our notice to proceed. As the board knows, they have done a great job of working with us throughout our needs assessment process and with some of our last projects. We are getting ready to start community meetings and start looking at the future. And my request for tonight would be to have CSO as our partner as we start to do that. We are looking at probably a 2-3 year process coming up, so it's going to take some time. So the meeting, the request to approve tonight is a notice to proceed using CSO as our assistant in this way to go. And Jeff and Nick, I don't know if you have anything else to add, but that's basically what we're looking to do tonight. I said it before, I want to make sure I say it again. In the past that I've worked with CSO, they've been a great partner in everything I've ever done, and they've always gone above and beyond. So with 100% certainty, I feel comfortable recommending them to the board this evening.
So I got a question. There's a stipulated sum in here, but you have rates as well. So how are we phasing through the invoicing for this?
So the rates only apply to additional services. If the scope changes or there's an added piece to it or whatever it is, we would use those rates if it's not a stipulated sum. It's not.
Okay.
If you don't decide to add a 10,000 square foot addition, something like that, and it's smaller, and we do it on an hourly basis. It's just so you have those rates available. You're seeing them up front, so that we're not surprising you with rates later.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
And on those same lines, I had a question. You have the rate and then you have the reimbursables not to exceed a certain rate. Could you just explain that to me so I fully understand that?
Right, so the reimbursables would just be things like printing or renderings associated with the project. Usually, I mean, what we typically do is we'll give you enough renderings so that you understand the project. That includes like 3D tours of the project itself, exterior, interior. We don't really limit that. It's just part of the design, but the reimbursables do apply to some of those things that are above and beyond what we would consider. Like if there's
Does it include like color palettes and selection of materials, or that's in the
none
other?
of that. No,
Okay, I
that's
just
part
wanted
of
to
the design
understand
process.
what the difference was.
Yeah,
Thank you so
that's
much.
it. Mhm.
Do we have any other comments from the board, questions for CSO? All right, I will entertain a motion to approve the contract.
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Is there any other discussion between the board? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Item 8.3, obsolete equipment for a bus.
Yeah, Mr. Giffords recommended tonight that we make one of our buses obsolete. We do sell it still, and we put it up for auction. I believe, if I remember correctly from my notes, the bus is from 2011. Buses aren't like they used to be. They used to be on a 10-year cycle. Our people do a great job of keeping them going, so we keep them a little bit longer, but this one is at the end of life. So,
And it's because we have a new bus to replace it.
yeah, we
right?
do always replace them ahead of time. Yes, sir. Yeah, we didn't just leave one out of the fleet for a while. Yes, sir.
Today's your day to walk.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the request?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, is there any other discussion between the board? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Item 9, superintendent report. Dr. Mundy?
Yes,
floor
sir.
is
Just
yours.
a couple tonight. Basically, congratulations to the play that we had a couple weeks ago. It was incredible. I did not get to see it live, but they sent me the tape, so I got to see it. And also, we have had a ton of performances lately, but along the performance line, too, I want to make sure I recognize the other night when we had to postpone the elementary concert, there's a lot that goes into that. And it's one of those things I know I wrote the board on part of. I was overly impressed at how quickly our people made the decision, decided what we needed to do, got the word out, and moved. And I don't want anybody to know we take that for granted. That was a wonderful job by the entire team of getting that word out. So recognize the people for that. And also I want to make sure I recognize as we get ready for the winter season, we have a lot of work that still goes on. So just don't want to forget that our custodial staff and maintenance and everybody will still be in here, always working hard over those winter breaks. We wrapped up some great fall season, and we're in the middle of a nice winter season right now too. So if you get a chance to be out and about, it's a good time to be a Blackhawk.
Thank you, Dr. Mundy. All right, we'll move on to item 10, board member comments. I will start with Mr. Hunt tonight.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so I'll piggyback on Dr. Mundy's comment about the play. I had occasion to see it in person, and as we were walking out, my son's like, "Dad, I haven't seen you laugh that hard in quite some time." So, you know, Mrs. Doublestein, Mr. McGinnis, and Mr. Cronin,
Yeah.
thank you. You know, they do a fabulous job with their fine art, so choir and band concerts were last week also, and went to choir. It was great as always. So, you know, certainly happy we have kiddos participating in all of that. You know, thinking about our elementary kids and, you know, going into Christmas and holiday season, certainly thankful that we have so many community partners and volunteers, you know, that provide opportunities for our elementary kids. So, you know, we're talking about somebody who wants to start a running club in the elementary, you know, stuff like that's fantastic. Gentlemen, they're looking at getting a wrestling club going, and I'll also point out Leslie does a fantastic job with our rec basketball, which, you know, the Leslie we see, she's always real nice and mild-mannered, but you ought to see her coach a basketball team. She gets into it. So, no, but again, really the point, you know, definitely, you know, we're always very thankful to cooperate with our community partners. Yeah, finally looking ahead, I know staff and you know, most people, not everybody, are going looking forward. Students for sure looking forward to some time off here, a couple weeks off here at the end of the week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the holidays and sitting my butt in the gym for a couple days for our first Blackhawk holiday tournament. Yep. So it'll be a good time.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. Mrs. Boone.
Well, I was very privileged to also attend the play and the choir concert, and they were wonderful, and I'd like to congratulate the Fine Arts Department on what an amazing job they do with all of their performances. I'd like to congratulate the teachers, students, administrators, everyone on wrapping up our first semester. It doesn't seem possible, but oh gosh, the time just goes so fast. And I think that's enough.
Okay. Mr. Henning, do you have comments?
I don't really have any comments to add. I do want to highlight again the donations, $7,000 this month. It's pretty incredible. I want to thank CSO for coming. We're looking forward to it. Brian, I want to thank you for making a comment. We always want the public to come. We're getting ready to go to the holiday season, Christmas, New Year. School's about to take a break, so just a comment for everybody to be safe and be careful.
Thank you.
Mrs. Zachary.
Well, we've talked a lot about the end-of-year activities, and those have been lots of fun. One thing I wanted to note is that our field house is getting lots of usage. I see people there all the time, practices and some games, and I'm really happy that it's being utilized a lot. I am looking forward to the elementary program tomorrow to watch the littles. And then I did want to just take a moment to thank Coach Wright for his dedication, his service to the community, the students, everything that he has done. He affected the life of my husband and all of my sons greatly, and I would be remiss if I did not thank him for all that he's done for us. So, as Tyler said, happy holidays to everyone.
Thank you. All right, and I echo the sentiments as well. So happy holiday season. Looking forward to elementary concert tomorrow. What time is it? 6:30 tomorrow night?
Yep.
Is it kindergarten first, second?
It's K1 and then the 4th and 5th grade choirs.
All right. That should be a good concert tomorrow. So if you hear one off, it's probably my boy. It's fine. He'll figure it out. So, but excited about being the end of the semester. Seems like everything's going pretty smoothly. The field house is getting useful. It's doing quite well. The Blackhawk store's doing well too, from what I understand. So I'm just glad to see everyone out and having fun, and I hope everyone stays safe over this Christmas season. I wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and of course a Happy New Year. So with that, that'll be my comments for tonight, and I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned. Good night.